solving? And
Yeah.
how do you think we'll get the question C? So I have to just solve the equations, all right? So when the question says something like this, the question says x plus 3 into x minus 3, that is 40. So how
Yeah.
would I multiply? How would I multiply? I will say I can see an identity right here, a plus b into a minus b. That is one method. So you can simply multiply x here with this x. So x with the second bracket and 3 also with the second bracket, and I will get 40. I will get 40. And now x times x shall become x square. X times minus 3 shall become minus 3x plus 3 times x, and 3 times 3 shall become minus 9, shall be 40. Yes or no? Minus 3x and plus 3x cancels out each other. So I will have x square minus 9, and this was 40. So that will come right here, and it is plus 9, 40. So it goes here and becomes minus 40, shall be 0. So x square minus 49 shall be 0. So I hope you're understanding what do we have in right here. So what do we have in right here? So this is basically x square plus 0x minus 49, isn't it? Because the terms are generally written down in which order? First we have the square term, then we have one term which has power 1, and then we have that term where there is no power at all. So we have x square plus 0x minus 49 equals to 0, and now I am supposed to solve it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to compare it with the general quadratic equation. So x square plus bx plus c equals to 0. And I will get the values of a. A for me comes out to be the coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square? When nothing is written, it is 1. So that would mean a would be 1, b shall be 0, right? B shall be 0, and c shall be minus 49. So C shall be minus 49. Are you understanding my point? And thereby
Yes.
A is going to be 1 and B is going to be 0 and C is going to be minus 49. So what is my quadratic formula thereby? What is my quadratic formula? So my quadratic formula here shall be this. Okay. So my quadratic formula here would be what? My quadratic formula shall be minus B plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. That's my formula. Minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. Understood or not?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And if I put in the value, so this is going to give me the values of x. So x here shall be minus is in the formula, b is 0 for me. So I'll put that b 0 plus minus under root of b square. What shall be b square? B is again 0 for me, so 0 square. Minus 4a. A is going to be 1 and c is going to be minus 49 over 2a. A, right? So it is going to be, x is going to be plus minus under root of minus times minus becomes plus 4 times 49 basically would be 4 times 36, 3, 4 for 16, 7, 18, 19. So plus 196 over 2. So what shall be x right here? What shall be x right here? Tell me. B square minus 4ac over 2. So x shall be what? X shall be plus minus 14 over 2. So that shall be
Mm.
7. So for me, x shall be plus minus 7. That means either the x is plus 7 or x is minus 7. So these are the two values of x which you now know that any value which comes out of this particular formula, right, will satisfy the equations. So I hope you're understanding that this formula is very, very important.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Any doubts in this?
No.
All right. So that's how
Yeah.
we actually solve it. Right? Now we do the next question. We do the next question. The next question that we have here is we have to solve it. So the question we have is x times 2x plus 5 shall be 25. So how do
Yeah.
you think you will be solving it out? You'll multiply 2x with x, so you will have 2x squared plus 5x equals to 25. So to solve a quadratic equation, always understand that you have to make on the right hand side everything to be 0. So you will bring this down right here. So you will have 2x squared plus 5x minus 25 shall be 0. And now you compare it with a general quadratic equation, and that is ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. That means the coefficient of x squared would be what? A would be 2, the coefficient of x, b would be 5, and the c, the constant, shall be minus 25. Are you understanding? So a
Yeah.
would be 2, b shall be 5, and c shall be minus 25. When c shall be minus 25, what do you think would be my answer? Now I'm going to apply everything to my quadratic formula. So my quadratic formula here, it is minus b, x equals to minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So I put in the values. So for me, x would be minus b. B is 5. Minus is in the formula. So minus anyway I have to write down. Then I have to put in the value of b, which in this example is plus 5. So plus minus under root of b square. So 5 square, because b in my example is 5, minus 4. A in my example shall be 2, and c in my example shall be minus 25. So it shall be minus 25 over 2a. 2a. In a here shall be 2. Understood or not? So x shall be what? Minus 5 plus minus under root of 5 square shall be 25, and minus times minus basically becomes plus. So 4 times 25 shall become 100. 100 times 2 shall become 200 over 4. So I hope you're understanding that x shall be what? X shall be minus 5 plus minus under root of 225 over 4. So x shall be what? X shall be minus 5 plus minus root 225 is basically root 15 basically. So this shall become 15 over 4. So now x could take two values. X could be either minus 5 plus 15 over 4, and x could be minus 5 minus 15 over 4. So x shall be 10 over 4, and x shall be minus 20 over 4. So if you cancel it out, you get 2 times 2, 2 times 10, you get 2 times 1, 2 times 5. So x is coming out to be minus 5, and 2 times 2, 2 times 5. So x is either coming out to be 5 over 2. So these are the two values of x that would actually satisfy the given equation, right, others? Any doubts in this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's how. So please copy it down. That's very, very important, because every question is an important question, or at least write it down. That's very, very important to write down the questions. All right.
Okay.
But sometimes, the question says, find x which actually belongs to the integer. Z means integer.
Yeah.
So you have two answers right here. You have x is equals to 5 by 2, and x is equals to minus 5. So when the question is not saying anything, then both of them are your actual answers, because we have the power as 2. So we know that there are two values of x which are going to satisfy this equation.
Hmm.
But sometimes the question says find out that value of x where which is an integer. Then what do you think would you do? Then what do you think you would do? You would sort of say that only integer is x equals to minus 5. So you will say that only integer would be this answer. This belongs to the integer family, and this does not belongs to the integer family, because that would be 2.5. That would be a decimal family. Are you understanding my point? All right, that would be a decimal family. Understood or not?
Yeah.
Right? So that's how we do this. Now, one more question if I give you. So this question would be what? Understand? If I give you x squared minus 25 equals to 0, do you think this is a quadratic equation? Do you think this is a quadratic equation? Just tell me. Because the highest power here would be, tell me,
Uh, hmm.
is it a quadratic equation? My 1 hour long lecture and the final answer is
Yes, it is.
it is. So I have to simply find x right here. Now understand, sometimes it is so easy to find x, you don't have to apply quadratic formula. See, x square, can I not take 25 right here? But that's possible only in those conditions where there is no x term, only x square term and the constant is there. Only there you can apply such concept. So I hope you're understanding that x square shall be 25, isn't it? X square shall be 25. I hope you're understanding.
Yeah.
So x would be what? Under root of 25. See how easy it is to actually
Hmm.
solve, isn't it?
Hmm.
And then what do you think you would do? What do you think you would do? Tell me. It would be what? So it would be x would be plus minus 5 because the under root of 25 shall be 5, isn't it?
Hmm.
Understood or not?
Yeah. Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's how
Yeah.
it is going to be. That's how it is going to be.
Okay.
Right? So my
Hmm.
answer shall be x can be plus 5 as well because you know that 5 times 5 is also 25 and minus 5 times minus 5 is also 25, isn't it? Yes or no?
Hmm.
Okay?
Hmm.
So that's how
Yeah.
it is going to be. That's how it is going to be. So
Yes.
directly I can find out the two values. One shall be plus 5 and one shall be minus 5. That's how. So sometimes you don't need to, sometimes you don't need to actually use the quadratic formula. You can straight away put this value. Understood or not?
Yeah.
Okay? Easy?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay? So that's the concept. That's the concept. So that's it for today. So we have learned what is a quadratic equation, and we have also learned that how to solve a quadratic equation by a quadratic formula. So that's what we have learned today. And rest of the question practice we'll be doing in next 1 or 2 classes. So you're thorough with the concept. All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.